I've been playing Warframe on and off for years. Every time I return, I'm amazed at how much has changed and how much still feels right. In 2025, the game hasn't just held up, it's grown. It's packed with content, rich with options, and full of players. While other games burn out or lose focus, Warframe just keeps building. It's still free, still fun, and still one of the best shooters out there. I play other games too, Destiny, The Division, even new ones like the first Descendant, but none of them hit the same. Warframe just moves different. There's something about the way it blends speed, style, and depth that makes it stand out, even after all this time. If you've never tried it, you're missing something special. And if you tried it years ago but bounced off, 2025 is the year to come back. The game's more welcoming now, more refined, and somehow still growing. Let's talk movement. Warframe's speed and flow still blow my mind. No other game nails this feeling. You're not just running or jumping. You're sliding across the floor, flipping through the air, wall climbing, bullet jumping, and chaining it all together into this perfect rhythm. It's fast, but never out of control. Once you learn the basics, it feels like you're flying. Other shooters feel slow by comparison. I go back to games with normal movement and get bored. Warframe spoiled me. The best part? The movement isn't just for show, it's how you survive. Enemies are tough, and standing still means dying fast. So you're always in motion. You're not hiding behind cover, you are the storm. The controls are tight, and the animation is buttery smooth. Even now, in 2025, the movement system feels better than most new games out there. There's so much to do in Warframe, it can be overwhelming, in a good way. You've got missions, quests, alerts, syndicates, railjack space battles, open-world zones, endless survival runs, fishing, animal conservation, and more. And somehow, it all ties together. You can log in for 15 minutes and get something done, or spend hours digging into builds and farming. And the game never really forces you into one path. You want to be a sniper, a tank, a healer, a stealth assassin with a pet cat? Go for it. There's a playstyle for everyone. And the best part? Most of this content is free. You don't need to pay to win. You don't even need to pay to look cool, unless you want to. Warframe lets you grind for anything. Yeah, it takes time, but it feels earned, and that matters. It's not just a game, it's a toolbox. You get what you put in. A big reason I keep coming back is how Warframe handles its free-to-play model. It's not greedy, it respects your time. You can buy Platinum, the premium currency, sure, but you can also trade for it. Farm some rare mods or parts, trade them to other players, and boom, you've got Plat without spending a dime. It feels fair. Nothing is locked behind a paywall. Everything in the game, every weapon, warframe, mod, skin, and upgrade can be earned through gameplay. That's rare in 2025. So many free games today are loaded with battle passes, locked characters, or overpriced gear. Warframe avoids all that. It makes money, sure, but it never pressures you. You spend when you want to, not because you have to. And because of that, I actually want to support the devs. I've bought a few Prime Access packs just to say thanks. That's how free-to-play should be done. Digital Extremes, the devs behind Warframe, still care, and it shows. The updates are steady, the fixes are fast, and the content keeps coming. Some of the best expansions dropped in the last 2 years. The Duviri Paradox was a massive hit. Whispers in the Walls added real horror vibes. Even now in 2025, they're not slowing down. New Warframes, new modes, new stories, it all keeps stacking up, and they listen. If the players ask for changes, the devs actually respond. That's rare. I've seen them rework entire systems just because the community spoke up. Not every update is perfect, sure, but they try. And more importantly, they talk to us. Dev streams happen all the time. They show what's coming, they answer real questions, and they keep things fun. You feel like part of the process, not just a number. That's one reason people stick with this game for years. Even the social spaces feel alive. The relays, which are the player hubs, are always full. You'll see people chatting, trading, or showing off gear. It's got that MMO vibe without the pressure. You don't have to talk to anyone, but it's there if you want it. Sometimes I just hang out and browse trade chats. Other times I'll get pulled into a mission with strangers and end up chatting with them for an hour. People share tips, flex their fashion frame skills, and help newer players. It's a good vibe. There's even clan support if you want to build or join one. My clan's been around for years, and even when people take breaks, they always come back. That says something. You're not just playing a shooter, you're part of a long-running space community. It feels lived in, and that kind of connection is hard to find in other games, especially free ones. Warframe nails customization. It's not just about power, it's about style. Every Warframe weapon and companion can be modded in deep ways. You can build for speed, damage, defense, or weird effects. And once you learn how the modding system works, the depth is insane. But it's also visual. You can color every piece of your gear, add effects, change how things move, even swap idle stances. It's the kind of thing that makes your character feel personal. I've spent hours just tweaking my look. And the best part? A lot of those options can be earned, not bought. The fashion frame community is wild too. People show off their builds like they're on a digital runway. And it matters. Looking cool feels good. It makes you want to keep playing, even if you've already maxed everything out. It's not about winning, it's about style. The story used to be hidden behind cryptic messages and lore dumps. Not anymore. Warframe now tells a real story, and it's good. The main questline is deep, weird, and sometimes emotional. You're not just a soldier, you're part of something much bigger. And it doesn't just dump it all on you at once. You get it in pieces, across different missions and updates. But when the big moments hit, they hit hard. Cinematic cutscenes, voice acting, twists that made my jaw drop. It's better than it has any right to be. Some quests had me staring at the screen, shocked at what just happened. And even after the main stuff, there's more. Side stories, event lore, hidden secrets. If you care about story, it's all there. And if you don't, you can skip it and just shoot things. But I'll say this, once the story grabs you, it doesn't let go. Warframe isn't perfect, especially for new players. The early game is still confusing. There's a lot to learn, and the game throws a lot at you fast. But if you stick with it, you'll see the magic. It helps that the community is so helpful. There are tons of guides online, streamers, Discord groups, Reddit threads, even in-game chat is full of people who will answer your questions. I've had strangers hand me gear, give me advice, or even walk me through tough missions. You're not alone, even if it feels that way at the start. And once you pass that first wall, the game opens up in a huge way. You start unlocking more systems, more tools, more warframes. You feel the power grow. And from that point on, it's all about choice. Play how you want, grind what you like. It's your game, at your pace. That's rare. The community is one of the strongest parts of the game. I've met some of the most helpful players here. People don't just play, they stick around. There's a sense of loyalty you don't often see in free games. I've had total strangers jump into missions to help me farm rare parts. I've seen veterans guide new players through tough boss fights without asking for anything in return. People share builds, tips, trade deals, and fashion ideas all the time. It feels like everyone wants each other to succeed. There's still some trolling here and there. Sure, it's the internet. But overall, Warframe has one of the least toxic communities I've ever been part of. Whether you're a quiet solo player or someone who loves chatting in squads, you'll find your space here. That's rare these days. Most free games burn out their player base. Warframe keeps its players, and that says everything. Even after all these years, the core gameplay loop never gets old. You gear up, run a mission, loot some gear, tweak your build, and repeat. But it doesn't feel like a chore. It's smooth. You can log in for 15 minutes or grind for hours. Sometimes I'll just do a few quick runs between other things. Other times I get stuck in a zone-out loop, farming for forma or cracking relics. It's relaxing, in a weird way. The game doesn't punish you for taking breaks either. You can drop it for weeks, come back, and pick up where you left off. That's not something most games get right. Warframe just understands how people play. It gives you control over your time. Some missions are fast and simple, others are long and intense. You decide what kind of session you want. It's your grind, your pace, and that balance is what keeps me hooked after all these years. The builds and modding in Warframe are one of the deepest systems I've used in any shooter. At first, it feels like a lot, but once you get the hang of it, it's addicting. You can build your Warframe or weapon to do almost anything. Massive crit damage, energy spam, stealth, crowd control, healing, even passive buffs for the squad. The modding system rewards smart choices. You try different setups, tweak numbers, and suddenly your build feels completely different. I've spent whole evenings just testing combos in the simulacrum, seeing how far I can push a frame's limits. And with new weapons and warframes added regularly, the meta keeps shifting. But the beauty is, you don't need to follow the meta. You can make off-meta builds work if you know what you're doing. There's room for creativity, and that's something you don't see in most looter shooters anymore. Even in 2025, the graphics still hold up. No, it's not the most hyper-realistic game out there, but it doesn't try to be. Warframe has its own style, weird, alien, flashy, and unique. The designs are striking. Warframes look like living art pieces. Some are creepy, others are sleek. The environments range from high-tech labs to ancient ruins and weird, dreamlike spaces. It's not generic space stuff. It's bold. I've taken so many screenshots just because of how cool things look. And the game runs well, too. Even on mid-range setups, it plays smooth. Load times are fast, effects are clean. And with all the fashion options, your frame can look like anything, from a sleek ninja to a glowing energy god. That's part of the fun. You feel like a space superhero with style. Not many games let you feel that cool, especially without making you pay extra for it. Crossplay has changed the game in a big way. Now, in 2025, it works great. I can squad up with friends on Xbox, PlayStation, or even the Switch. Doesn't matter what system you're on, we all play together. That makes it easier than ever to get groups going. No more worrying about who's on what platform. No more leaving people out. Cross-save also helps a ton. I can play on my PC at home and pick up my progress later on my Steam Deck or console. That kind of freedom is huge. Warframe fits into your life, not the other way around. You can jump into a mission from almost anywhere now. And Digital Extremes nailed the performance across all platforms. It doesn't feel like a stripped-down version on console. Everyone gets the full experience. That kind of polish makes a difference. It shows that the devs care about all players, not just the newest or loudest ones. So after all these years, Warframe is still king of free looter shooters. It's fast, it's deep, it's weird in the best way. No other game gives you this mix of speed, power, style, and freedom, all without a price tag. You can spend thousands of hours in it without spending $1, and you'll still have things to do. And even if you do spend money, it feels like a thank you, not a requirement. The devs care, the community helps, the gameplay still feels amazing. Every time I log in, I find something new. A new build to try, a new frame to farm, or just a fun run with friends. It's a game that grows with you. It rewards time, skill, and creativity. In 2025, with so many games trying to copy others or chase trends, Warframe still stands out. It's one of a kind. That's why I keep coming back, and why I think it's still the best free shooter you can play today.